Hello everyone, I just want to get this video out real quick before I started recording some more Elden Ring, because it's going to be something I'll probably talk about on that video that I'm going to record. It's like a topic to discuss while I'm randomly exploring areas and whatnot, and pretty sure by the time I upload that video, it's going to be outdated anyways, because I'm pretty sure we'll have more details on what's going on with Sasha and Naomi. So I figured I'd upload this real quick, get my thoughts out on it, and what I think's going on. I don't have any of the facts really. Like it's all speculation. I've heard this, I've heard that. It's all kinds of weird shit. But I wanted to get this out here before I upload that video because I'm up to like 25 videos now on Elden Ring. So yeah, I've got a nice long backlog. So if I need to take a break, I can take a nice elongated break. But essentially, the gist of what I'm hearing is that Sasha and Naomi walked out of WWE on Raw this past week because of creative differences. They were supposed to have like a six pack challenge where I believe it was Naomi was supposed to go over and face Bianca Belair, and Sasha apparently was supposed to have a thing with Ronda Rousey, or I could be mixed. Actually, let me read the article real quick. During just six pack, yep. Next line for Raw Women's Championship against Bianca Belair, Sasha, and Naomi. Champions were said to be involved in that main event, and suddenly a change was announced. There was very little reason behind it. With Becky Lynch selling Adam Pearce, she saw the tag champs walking out of the building and Pearce quickly booking a Lynch v Asuka singles match, which I believe Asuka won. So it's gonna be Asuka versus uh, who the fuck's the Raw Women's Champion? Like I haven't really been paying attention to WWE, so I still follow like JD from NY. There's a couple others that I follow that like do podcasts and whatnot. They're really entertaining guys. Also, I'm going to leave a link to the Cage Side Seat article. Cage Side Seats is a really good website for like rumors and stuff like that. They're very heavily opinion based, but they don't. I've gotten like zero misinformation from them, and they always course correct if they're like, okay, we got the thing wrong. So people that run the site, I think, are great people. They're honest. I trust them more than I trust like Dave Meltzer and those other or Brian Alvarez, who I think they get shit wrong a lot. They like to chase ratings, I feel, as opposed to giving out valid information. If PW inserts be believed, the word backstage is Banks met with Vince McMahon over a creative issue related to the planned main event match, and then when changes weren't made, Banks decided to walk out with Naomi choosing to walk out with her. So yeah, that's kind of the thing, is that they're a tag team. They have the tag team belts, and they're being pushed into a singles type thing, and they were supposed to put over Bianca Belair and Ronda Rousey for a Hell in a Cell. So they knew they were going to lose. And they didn't like that. They didn't like that they were being split up, that they were being put into these singles runs, and they didn't like that they weren't being able to be portrayed as tag team champions. That's kind of the gist of what I'm getting here. Um, and I honestly, this is a case where, as much as I'm a big fan of CM Punk and I agree with everything he did, I do feel like this is a similar instance where I kind of see both sides of the fence here. I kind of see where WWE's coming from, but I also kind of see where Sasha and Naomi are coming from. And with how creative is treated, some of the performers like Bray Wyatt, Braun Strowman, Rusev, fucking whatever the fuck they did to what's his face, Walk with Elias. I remember his name because it's like, you will walk with Elias. Now, granted, that shit's gone over, apparently. Apparently, people like that. So, hey, I mean, good for Elias. He's making it work. I think it's fucking stupid, but he's making it work, and that's good for him. And, it's similar. It's the same thing with, like, the New Day. Like, at first, the gimmick was freaking stupid. Creative didn't know what the hell they were doing. And then Xavier Woods, Kofi, and Big E were like, let us run this thing. We'll make it work. Lo and behold, they made it work, and it does work. It still works to this day. Like, those three made that shit work for damn near a decade now. Like, whew. Like, hats off to them. Like, they make this shit work. Granted, whereas Kofi Kingston's singles run as champion was really good. Granted, I'm not a fan of how Brock Lesnar ended in like less than 5 seconds, and I think they really screwed the pooch with Big E's run, and that's not Big E's fault. It's just the way they did Big E as a champion. And they tried it; it didn't work. I don't think Big E's ever going to get another like big singles run like that again. Like he'll be maybe a upper mid card guy. He might be in some championship matches or whatever, but he's not going to be WWE or the Universal Champion ever again. I don't see it happening. If things change, I hope they do, because I think Big E has the potential to do that. I think he has the capabilities to be a big guy, but he's not. He's not. He doesn't have the star. He doesn't have the draw power that a like Roman Reigns has right now. Like Roman Reigns is just fucking working miracles. Granted, I'm kind of sick of him being champion, and I think he's actually going to start dialing back his active role in the company because dude's been fucking putting in work for what, 2 years now as champion. Like, say what you will about Roman Reigns from like yesteryear or whatever. Since he got that Tribal Chief thing going, he's been on fucking fire. Like the dude's making it work, and it's been over with me since day one. Like like I said, I quit my Peacock subscription, and Peacock fucking sucks as a subscription service. But anyways, I'm rambling. I'm getting way the hell off topic, and I kind of want to make this a quick video, not a long ramble. But I see where Sasha and Naomi are coming from with their creative direction in terms of the business, as them being tag team champions and all that stuff. I get it. But the response they had was to put the belts basically on John Laurinaitis' desk and walk out. That's a breach of contract. Like, in terms of the objectiveness of business, you don't fucking do that. You don't do that. Now, granted, they did air their grievances to Vince beforehand. They told him, we have an issue. Here's our issue. Please fix it. And Vince did fix it. And then creative was like, no, we can't do that. We're going to do some different things. And Naomi and Sasha were like, all right, guess we'll just fucking quit then. And, CM Punk kind of more or less did the same thing. And I think Neville did the same thing as well, at least under different circumstances. But with Neville and CM Punk, actually, I want to say it's a very similar situation, but I'd have to go back and reread all the shit that happened with Neville. I know Neville was fucking pissed off with his booking. And hell, Mustafa Ali's been kind of annoyed with his booking. Hell, he said, listen, just release me. Just get me my release, which Mustafa Ali handled his shit professionally fucking well. He just said, give me a release. I want out. And WWE's like, no, we have creative ideas for you. And he's been just kind of sitting there on the bench, twiddling his thumbs, like, well, what the fuck you got for me, Chief? Nothing, apparently. So the way Mustafa Ali's been handling this, fucking fantastic. Like, mad props to the guy. If at least he's sitting there collecting a paycheck, at least the dude can pay his bills. That's the main thing that I worry about, is he's healthy and paying his bills, or able to pay his bills. Now, if he doesn't pay his bills, then that's not my business. But if he's able to pay them, then you should probably pay them. But yeah, with Naomi and Sasha doing this, I do feel like there's a little bit of there's like a tinge of entitlement to what they're doing, but at the same time, I get it. Because creative in WWE has been dog shit for hell, even before I kind of dipped out of watching their shit. It's been fucking crap. So I don't fully blame them for doing this approach. I just think they could have responded better. And I will say that, like, on the principle of what's going on, I am 100% behind them. I definitely agree with their intentions and with their grievances, just not their methods, if that makes sense. So that's where I can kind of see where WWE can kind of pull this whole, like, well, from the business perspective, we don't find this behavior acceptable. It's a breach of contract. We're not okay with this. And it's like, well, according to, the printed ink, yeah, they're correct. They're within their right to hold them to accountable. I wish WWE would have, like, listened to them and would have, like, heeded their advice, because, Ronda Rousey, she's not going to be around for the long run. I don't see her being around for a long time or anything like that. With Bianca Belair, I love me some Bianca Belair. I think she's phenomenal. I think she's good. Her push has been great, although her dropping the belt to Becky in under a minute or whatever, and then not immediately, but later on gaining the belt back from Becky with no real, at least as far as I can tell. I didn't watch the Raw shows, so I could be 100% wrong in what I'm saying here, but like, I don't think she had like a big comeuppance where she like learned Becky's stuff. She learned how to be better than Becky, and then that's how she got her belt back. And I think it was like Summerslam of last year. I just at least on the pages I was reading from like Cage Side and listening to the various YouTubers that were covering this stuff, which I find much more entertaining than the weekly shows. Like, hats off to them for covering the weekly shows. But like, I got more information. I got information out of them, and that's what I was going off of, or that's what I am going off of, rather. But yeah, my thoughts are, like, with how WWE's handled some of their talent, how they've treated people and whatnot, I get why Sasha and Naomi would do this. I get it. I understand it. I don't fully agree with it, because they've kind of given WWE a little bit of a platform to stand on and say, like, nope, you guys fucked up. We will not stand for this. You breached contract. That's a no bueno. Granted, they did at least put the effort forward to say, hey, creative, hey, Vince, can you change this? And Vince was behind it, but then creative said, no, we're not changing anything. We're going with the original plan. And There's some other details to it, and I'm actually going to leave a link to a couple of other videos that cover this shit as well. Provided I remember to look them up before I start my Elden Ring playthrough. Which actually, yeah, I'll upload this before I start my Elden Ring playthrough. But yeah, tell me what your thoughts and opinions are, and if I've gotten anything wrong, if you want to correct me on anything, by all means, please do. I'm coming at this. It's more of an opinion than a informal approach. Like I'm not giving you facts. I'm giving you what I think and what I feel about this whole situation. And that is that I see both sides. I do sympathize with Naomi and Sasha because again, I'm pissed at creative for how they handled Bray Wyatt. I thought they did Bray Wyatt dirty. I thought they did Rusev dirty. I thought they did a lot of fucking people dirty. Um, Hell, the company as a whole has done a lot of people dirty, and you see it on Twitter, you see it everywhere on social media that like there are people that are pissed off and upset with WWE, and rightfully fucking so. But there's an appropriate response to being upset. You can't let emotion get in the way of doing the right thing. And I don't think Naomi and Sasha did the right thing. Granted, if they get released from WWE and they just flat out quit or whatever, I'm 99.9% sure somebody, not necessarily AEW or TNA or whatever, is going to pick them up, but somebody will definitely pick them up because they're both talented women. They're recognizable names in the wrestling world. They will definitely have a career ahead of this. I do hope that they can work things out with WWE. I hope they work things out. That would, in my opinion, be the best approach. But if creative's going to be, as stubborn as they are, sorry. It's just, it is what it is. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Leave your thoughts and comments down below. And by all means, correct me if I've said anything that's wrong. Like I said, I'm coming at this with an opinion, not facts. So it is what it is. Best wishes to Naomi and Sasha, though. And best wishes to all of you as well. And thank you for watching.